Did I just take a shot?
No.
Oh. I did? Oh, it's live. That's funny. As long as I'm with you, it's good.
I wanted to start this video.
Yeah.
Did you set all the settings up? You're all ready to go?
Yeah, they're ready to go. You should switch live. Or record.
Alright, let's...
Alright, Jared, check. Check.
Kyle's on 2.
Kyle's on 2. Hello.
Alright. Oh, sorry.
He's coming.
Spill water. Alright, we're good. Check. Alrighty, how's that sound? Closer and louder? How's that? Is that good?
Okay. So, we're live on Facebook there, and we're live all over the place.
We're just,
all, yeah.
you know, it's media, so we're...
Well, that's kind of what you guys do. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you do a lot with iPhones?
Nope.
No.
It's
just like behind the scenes stuff.
But, yeah.
This works, but yeah. But
Yeah.
for our work, it's all professional cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're also doing this personal branding stuff now. So we're working on kind of building our own brands.
Okay.
Because we're getting into like consulting for like photography businesses and e-commerce companies too.
Cool. Okay.
So we're constantly documenting everything we're doing and just providing value for people. So then we, in return, believe in us and
Right.
work with us. So
I saw somewhere that you guys call yourselves an e-commerce media solutions provider.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a fair
it's very fair.
description?
Mhm.
Makes it sound good.
That's what I put on.
Yep.
That's what I put on LinkedIn and
Sounds
Twitter.
good.
So.
Yep. Exactly.
It's LinkedIn. So.
Yeah.
Who's on there?
Natalie's mom and a bunch of people like my mom. Yeah, there's a couple other people in there. Am I blocking you, Connor? We good?
No, I'm in the shot. I'm happy.
Dang, it's Ben's on.
Various camera angles.
Yeah.
I know.
Awesome.
I know.
So I'll just start off with introducing you guys, have
Cool.
you kind of explain what it is what you're doing now,
Cool.
how it got started,
Cool.
etc. So
Yeah.
just to tell your story and
Yeah.
as
Appreciate that. Yeah.
much as you want.
Cool.
If there's anywhere you don't want to go, just let me know and we won't go there. So.
I think we're pretty transparent with everything.
I'm very transparent.
Cool. So you're based out of Chico?
Based out of Chico still. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. It's just a really, really good spot. Right where we are right now. The business growth is really, the business community in Chico is extremely supportive. Big businesses popping up there, big businesses moving to Chico. Cost of running a business is affordable, so
Quality of life there is really good.
Oh yeah,
So,
everything's been, Chico's a great spot. We have a lot of support up there.
yeah, locking in local clients, but we're going for more of the national approach. So we don't have too many local clients. They're all over the nation. They send us products and maybe video and photo. So
is that a lot of what you do? Is if someone says, whatever, I'm going to send you a product and then you...
Yep. Whatever that order entails.
Yep, so our business model is going after the online retailer.
Okay.
So anybody selling online, everybody needs photos. Everybody's shopping online, so everybody needs photos. So
Yeah.
our model is they pay and then they ship the product to our studio. We do all the photos based on the shot list that they provide. We send the product back or keep the product if they don't want it.
So you have a studio in Chico?
Yep, studio warehouse, 2 little offices inside this big warehouse, and we have big shooting bays and stuff like that. So, yeah, no, it's really...
We work with a lot of marketing and web agencies too. So that's how we access a lot of the larger
Sure.
accounts is through the marketing and web agencies. So that's like our main focus in terms of sales. And then we do like a lot of Google ads and stuff, AdWords and all that. So.
Well, yeah, when I Googled you, just in the little Google bar or whatever,
Yep.
it was the second one. It's like an option to come up. When by the time I typed in, I think results,
Yeah.
maybe I Imagery was the second one.
Nice.
So.
Cool. Well, that's good. That
Yeah.
we're doing something
Self,
right.
like, popular.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, it seems to be working on that respect anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, we got a lot of our marketing experience with Soul ID, which was what we did come before and talk about. So we were able to apply a lot of stuff we learned there with this new company. So had a really good head start.
There are 3 of you with Soul ID.
Yep. Yep. So
Yeah,
Ben,
Ben
he's down in the Bay now.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He's working at he's an executive down at Outsell company in the Bay.
Well, cool. They do like data,
Yeah, big company.
just another data company in the Bay.
Gotcha. And the Soul ID.
We dissolved it in the beginning of this year. Yeah, but amazing experience.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Beyond the Numbers on Money 105.5. I'm your host, Mark Bellows, of this weekly business talk show, Beyond the Numbers. We're bringing guests that talk about their business, business owners, CEOs, CFOs, executive directors, that sort of thing. We kind of cover a wide range of businesses and what people do. So really, it's a show about getting to people's stories. What it is they do, why they do it, that sort of thing. I am a tax CPA principal with Clifton Larson Allen, which is the CLA is the 8th largest firm in the U.S. and offices throughout the U.S. And I'm in the Sacramento office. And I work with manufacturers and distributors, real estate investors and developers, and contractors, the businesses, their owners, with tax planning strategy, general kind of business strategy, exit planning, et cetera, et cetera. So it's all the types of things that business owners face in their daily business, and that's part of what this show is about as well. We address that as well. So if you want to get a hold of me at the office, it's 916-784-7800, which actually had a guy call a couple weeks ago with a question, so listeners, I appreciate that. You can also email me, mark.bellows@claconnect.com. And today's show, we've got a couple of guys on who were on a few years ago with a different business, and now they're on with their business that they're in now, and that's Eli Libby and Kyle Nelson with Results Imagery.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Mark. Thanks again for having us.
Absolutely. So I've got Eli on my left and Kyle across me for those that are watching. For those that are listening, you just have to figure out the difference in voices. So, Results Imagery. Tell us a little bit, if you will, about what Results Imagery is.
So, Results Imagery, we provide e-commerce media solutions. So, in general, it's product photography and videography. So, we're helping brand companies and marketing agencies with their clients look really good. Our photos and videos have been proven to convert sales and increase them, and in general, just provide great media for Facebook advertising, Instagram, product listings, the whole shebang. So, that's Results Imagery in a nutshell, you think, Eli?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody's shopping with their eyes.
Of course,
today's day and age. So we are creating dynamic imagery to help the online retailer convert that sale visually.
Now, how long have you guys been involved in Results Imagery? When did it start out?
The idea came around a little over a year
and a
ago.
half.
But we've been in full force going hard for about 3 months.
Okay.
So you know how some businesses, it starts as a side hustle and then you bring it into a full-time thing. So our full-time thing happened a few months ago. And since then, we've had explosive growth. So really excited about talking about it and sharing it with you.
Okay, now, you guys, again, as I mentioned, we met before because you guys were involved with the website. What would you call it?
Social network.
Social network, thank you. That's
Yep.
okay. So clearly, a social network called Soul ID,
Yep.
which was a great idea. Now, you guys, how long were you guys involved in that?
4 years, 5 years?
4 years.
It
I
was a
was 4
long
years.
time.
Yeah.
It was 5 years. But,
Yeah.
But you guys, you got to tell us, you learned a lot from doing that because that was another one you started from the ground up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was the best learning experience that I've ever had.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Met childhood heroes, bumped shoulders and bumped fists with our childhood heroes, athletes we look up to. Not only that, but the experience that we had traveling the States and promoting something that we loved, our passion, really was the kickstart and the fuel behind what we're doing today.
Yeah, learning how to grab onto the masses.
Mm-hmm.
Because with Soul ID, the live one here. With Soul ID, we weren't just doing a local approach. It was like we're trying to get the whole world connected.
Right.
So that was a really cool experience, and all the different marketing tactics and stuff that we learned was super valuable.
So did you guys, remind me, did you guys meet in college?
Kind of.
Or
Yeah.
How did you guys get you had a third partner with Soul ADs? How did the three of you get together to start Soul AD? Because you started up in Chico.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So there was actually 4 people that started.
Okay.
And I was probably the youngest one that came on board, but these guys had all
Whippersnapper.
graduated, and then I was
Relatively speaking,
lucky
so,
enough.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Young being, how old
Yeah.
were you?
23.
And you guys
when I met.
were, what, 25?
26.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was.
Yeah.
It was relatively the same.
Young guys, okay.
Yeah.
We went to the same college though.
Yep, same college, and then we met basically through college. We met through college,
Okay.
and that was really where everything kicked off. Late nights, early mornings, weekends, grinding on just again something we loved,
Sure.
and that's what it was.
It was fun.
So did you do much photography and videography with Soul ID?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we ended up doing a lot of the media, kind of our in-house media team. Kyle and I headed that division of the company, and really that was again a really early spark in media, photography, videography, and it's carried over to where we are today. I know Kyle was when he picked up the camera.
Yeah. So we were doing the marketing, and then we started a whole media division of the company. He had a quote unquote nice camera.
Yeah.
And I just played with it one day, and I was like, okay, the fill in my heart that I've always looked for, whatever my passion is, it filled like that. I was like, this is cool. So then we just started from there, and it was a great way to learn how to do photography and video work. And then, did the whole full-time photographer, commercial photographer thing for a while, and then we started Results Imagery, and just, history from there.
So you guys started about 3 months ago. So what made you decide to start Results Imagery? What led to that?
So what I did before is I created a direct-to-consumer lifestyle brand of action and adventure sport, camping, backpacking, snowshoeing, a full line of products. So we had 200, 300 SKUs that I branded and created and sourced. And there was a big kink in this product pipeline where online retailers didn't have access to quality photos at an affordable price. It was just 2 problems that we set out to solve. And I saw how big of an issue it was with people shopping online and shopping with their eyes. So that was really a really early part of the idea. But that was the problem we set out to solve.
So people would either have crummy photos,
Yeah.
or they'd have really nice ones, but they cost a lot of money.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So something in between was needed.
And the online retailer is paying money. They're advertising these listings to try to get them as ranked as on Google, Amazon, eBay. And if they have a bad hero image, that landing image that people are seeing as they're scrolling through Amazon, if they have a bad photo, you're wasting all these marketing dollars, and nobody's going to click that. And that was a huge issue that I saw, and I just saw it as a huge opportunity. And luckily, Kyle and we had that idea to bring it to life.
So what was your first product that you photographed or videotaped? Or video?
It was a balance board.
Yeah.
They're a company called Drift Sun. So that was like our first, okay, we'll give you a chance. We need some lifestyle photos.
And so you guys knew them prior to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So
we did that, and they liked it.
Did you do it in your studio or?
So that was all outdoors.
Okay.
It was lifestyle. So it was
Yeah,
like getting a model, having the individual use it out at a park and stuff. So, and it came out really good.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty excited
Yeah.
about it. And it was good.
So that was the first.
I think that was the
big
first,
one.
wasn't it?
I think so.
I don't know.
It's been 3 months.
It's been yeah. Well,
That was like a year and a half.
I'm just
that was
kidding.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
which one it was, but yeah. We get a wide array of products.
Okay.
Everything you can
from
think of.
like a pet paw washer.
We're gonna go to commercial break. When we get back, we'll continue the conversation with Eli and Kyle of Results Imagery. You can look at the website www.resultsimagery.com. We'll be right back.
Does Instagram have like a live limit?
You may just share it, right?
Yeah.
So
It
that
should
was
just be
you guys
going
were
live
doing
always, I thought.
Instagram Wi-Fi? The Wi-Fi here?
It would be shared. It was live for sure. No, there was no Wi-Fi, but I have full bars.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Because sometimes the Wi-Fi here is kind of
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh well.
Radio show's going good though.
Yeah.
You haven't.
The challenge for me is always booking guests.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
doing any advertising or anything to get guests, or you just?
I put
Word of
out
mouth.
something on LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah.
Put that. Okay.
And we're back. You're listening to Beyond the Numbers at Money 1055. This is your host, Mark Bellows, tax principal CPA with Clifton Larson Allen, a national CPA firm with offices throughout the U.S., including one in Roseville, which is where I reside. You can get a hold of me at 996-784-7800. Our guests today are Eli Libby and Kyle Nelson of Results Imagery. You can look at their website, resultsimagery.com. You can email them, contact@resultsimagery.com. You can also give them a buzz at 877-658-4537. And it's kind of funny here because we've got my Facebook, my phone going to Facebook Live, and then they've got their phones going to Facebook and Instagram. They got the camera going, so we have all kinds of angles for this
More
show.
media. That's what we
Yeah,
do for
exactly.
every
That's
angle.
I would expect nothing less from you guys. So the first shot was the balance board.
Balance board.
So you picked a spot outside somewhere,
Yep.
Chico.
Yeah.
Yep, it was in Chico.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now we get everything like he was. We have a mattress that's actually being delivered today. We have nail polish, knee pad. I mean anything and everything. Candles. Really cool candle company out of Truckee just sent us like 40 candles.
Nice.
Called Rescue Wine, and they're a super cool product. Just everything. We're never surprised.
So if someone looks at eBay or let's say Google or whatever, Amazon, and they see these, I mean, how do they know it's your picture? How do they know which company to get? How do they know to get a hold of you guys?
Well, the retailer usually is just Googling on Google
Okay.
product photographer. And we usually pop up because we have some really good ads going right now. And then they just go and they just hit us up on there. We have a really easy let's chat form to kind of get some information, some preliminary stuff. So when we call them, we can just kind of get on the phone and get them the pricing and really get the idea behind and the vision behind the product. Because the biggest thing is having when you're a retailer and you're selling this product, it's your baby, it's your vision. You've created this thing for a long time, and being able to put that into photos and video is really important for these people.
Yeah.
And while still making it increasing sales, so we try really hard to do that and to make those owners happy, obviously. So it's always a really good conversation hearing the stories of a lot of these people, the small retailers and the larger retailers. It's really cool to hear the stories, and so then we try to do that through photos and video.
Mm-hmm.
Are there trade shows you can go to?
Yeah, we actually
That's
drive
funny
it
you
down
talk
here.
about
Yeah, we're gonna probably go to Shop Talk in Vegas in March.
Okay.
So we're gonna set up as a
Vegas figures.
of course, the nation should
Yeah.
be fun, inexpensive, but
Yeah.
we'll meet so many cool people there.
So what is Shop Talk?
I think you have a better idea of what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
really where all the big online retailers, but more online merchants. So the website hosting companies, the ERPs, and all the different things that plug in for an online retailer today.
Right.
That's who's there. So they're just service providers, and that's really where we want
10,000
to go.
retailers.
Yep.
Or 10,000. Yeah.
Service
Service
How much
providers.
does a booth cost? Something like that.
It's a lot.
So of course they have different levels, right?
Yeah.
They have like a startup zone. So I think the entry is like $5,000 to be there for that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the
That's-
entry, right?
But again,
That's-
it's 4 days.
4
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
Exposure,
It's unfortunately,
you know,
just
the
trade
returns
shows are
are
so
ridiculous.
expensive.
I think a ticket at it, what was it, like $3,000 just to attend?
Yeah.
Really?
For
Mhm.
10,000 people, they're sweeping it in.
Wow, they
It's
are.
just, that's crazy.
But again, the eyes that we get in front of
Of
and that
course.
return on investment
It's
is like
crazy.
it's
It's
really
absolutely
worth
worth
it.
it.
So we're eyeing that one in March.
Well, I would think for you guys, getting exposure to who you are is key, and especially if someone looks at a picture and can't tell
Mhm.
who
Mhm.
did it. So
Exactly.
you gotta be. I'm sure you guys are working on networking as well.
Yeah, that's really
within
big.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
various.
We have a sales team that just constantly is just reaching out to marketing agencies and brand holding companies, and just it's a numbers game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's going to open the email? Who's going to, you know what I mean? Because our work is very good.
Mhm.
Not, you know, we try to provide a very high quality service and a high quality premium product. So the work's it sells itself. It's just getting those eyes on our work.
Sure, exactly,
And
yeah.
hopefully it's the right opportunity for them and the right timing. That okay, we're looking for a new product photographer, whether it's the communications on working with your current line, pricing, turnaround time, or just want to giving us a shot and see how they like it. So.
And so you can go to listeners can go to resultsimagery.com and you can see your guys' work there.
Yep.
So you do still shots, and then you also do videography. So is that generally your call? Do you suggest to them what would work better, or do they come to you and say, oh, we want a 30-second shot or something? How does that come
It's
about?
50-50.
It's 50-50. I mean, sometimes it's an upsell as well, but really, in reality, everybody is converting better after watching a video, and we all do it. If we're buying a product online, like I bought a backpack pretty recently, a backpacking backpack, and the listing that I ended up purchasing off had a video review of a girl or guy, whatever it was, talking about the different features of the backpack.
So is this a video review that was done by a company like yours?
Yeah.
Would it be done by a buyer, or is it a little more
It was a professional. It was in the listing.
It could be done by the brand. And this was
Gotcha.
like a really Osprey, a big backpacking brand.
Okay.
So they did all in-house.
So they have something like that, and that's the kind of things you guys would do. So
Mhm,
you'd have
exactly.
a guy or girl model,
Yep.
talk about
They
the features,
either-
the functions, etc.
Mm-hmm. A lot of video work is coming our way. That's really becoming popular. Amazon is pushing video on your listing, help convert more buyers. So we're getting a lot more video work than I think we had initially
anticipated. It
Really?
was just kind of like an extra service. Like, I
Yep.
might as well offer video.
Yep.
And now it's like, we're seeing this
want
paradigm
video.
shift.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
But it makes sense.
it's making sense.
Way
and-
more converting.
Yep. And we're growing the team and scaling the team that we have accordingly to all the orders we're getting.
So I don't know a lot about videography,
Yeah.
but I mean, do you have a stationary camera? Do you have one that moves around? Do you have tracks and all of
We
that?
got all types of
All
guns and gear.
Hanging lines. I'm trying to think of all the things I've seen
All the
before.
above. You got drones. You got the stationary. You
Oh,
got
drones, okay,
sliders.
okay,
You
yeah.
got gimbals and everything. So we have pretty much all
Yeah.
the gear under the sun that you can think of.
What we love most about this business is it's what we love doing and it's our passion. And so we have always had this dream gear, and now we're able to get the dream gear.
Yeah.
So we're like getting all this stuff we've always wanted to get, and a lot of it's just the tool to trade.
Right.
You get more tools to be able to offer more
Of course.
different shots and different services
Yeah.
and qualities, but we're finally able to get the cool stuff that we've wanted. So it's kind
So
of
is-
exciting.
Is there a length of video that makes the most sense? I mean, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes?
Depending on what you're trying to do.
Yep. We offer a couple different types. So like more of a product review with a model describing the product and its features. You know, those are anywhere between 30 and 45 seconds. We do quick little on-white videos. But then when you talk about like a brand documentary and about us, storytelling,
Of course.
those are anywhere between
Very high ticket.
2 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
High ticket, like Kyle said. But that varies. That the whole, the dynamic of the duration is always different based on the client.
Yeah, that makes sense. CLA, my company, just went
Yeah.
through a brand new exercise.
Oh, nice.
It got revealed a couple weeks ago at our conference in Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I think the video was 3 to 5 minutes long, seems
Yeah,
to me.
it's enough to keep people interested. If you have a really good opening, it'll keep people like, oh, this is
Right,
cool,
yeah.
and keep watching. Yeah,
But past 5 minutes.
it's just
Is that the limit?
it's too long.
Even 5
I'm not
sometimes
watching
is probably
videos.
too long.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, absolutely.
people in this day and age, we want things now. We want
Yes.
the information now. So, I mean, people just don't have the
Time.
the time and
Yeah.
bandwidth
Yeah.
to even pay attention for that long. You
I
know,
only got an hour to search my social media. Got
Yeah.
to spend more than 5 minutes on a commercial.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It only
I know.
gives me 12 minutes or whatever, however many. Okay, so so what was I gonna say? I had a question. Okay, so how long does it take you? How much time do you spend shooting a 30-second video, typically?
Depends on the style, right? I mean, some take an hour,
Okay.
and others will take us a day, depending on locations, right? 30-second videos are pretty rare.
Mhm.
We don't do too many of those. Usually
Okay.
around a minute.
Okay, so a
It
minute.
doesn't really matter, right? But yeah, anywhere between an
Yeah.
hour to a day.
Yeah, it really is amazing how
Yeah.
much shooting it takes to make a 30-second to a minute video. you shoot all day, you have 30 gigs of footage,
Right.
and then it comes down to a minute-long video. You're like, how did that even happen?
Right. Yeah.
So it's usually, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a huge
It depends on the simplicity of the video.
Yeah.
Or the the really how hard it is.
Complex.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool though.
Yeah.
I like it.
So is there anything at this point that you don't do? Does anybody come to you and say, oh, we're not doing that type of...
Go ahead.
Well, we do offer graphic design work,
Okay.
but we don't. It's not on our website. Like, here's a service. We have a pricing page.
Right.
We don't put that on there, but it's a good way for us to upsell. But
Mhm.
we don't. Not yet. We're not there yet.
So
We will.
what do you mean by, or explain to us what graphic design is?
So if you wanted added like call outs to your page or an infograph,
To your photo,
to your
yeah.
photo, excuse me, to your photo, things like that. Eventually, we want to become full service media in general. So anything you need that's visual,
Mhm.
we want to offer that. Right now, we're just photo and video, but someday we'll get there with growth. But I don't think there's really anything we won't do.
Yeah, we're really, in terms of the niche of the product, we're pretty category agnostic, so we'll go really into anything. Especially in the early day and age of the company, we're not going
Right.
to turn work down.
Sure,
So
okay.
we're going to figure it out, we're going to make it work.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the mentality that Kyle and I live by. So we're gonna make it
Yeah.
happen.
Hustle.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited though. It's been really cool, like going full force on something that's
Mhm.
what we love.
And growing the team.
Growing the
I
team
think,
is
one of
super
our-
cool. We're creating a culture. We're creating like one individual that's a little underneath us helping another person, and we're hands off. That's super exciting for us because
Mhm.
we've taught this individual
Right.
how to evade the message to them. So
Yep.
it's cool to see every day.
Yep, and seeing the team constantly evolving. It's really
How many
cool.
people were you guys got working with you?
I think we're up to nine.
Don't let workers' comp hear this, but we're up at 9. Our team's like 9 right now.
There's some interns scattered in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, 9 people.
So it's pretty cool.
It's really exciting.
That's good. That's good. It's a good start.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
It's growing quick.
Did some of them come with you from prior company, or have you kind of hired people? and then-
Kind of. We have an individual that was helping with Soul ID.
Okay.
His name's Curtis. Shout out to Curtis.
Yeah.
He'll love
Let's
that.
give a shout out to Clint.
Yeah, and Clint has just been in our lives like for a while too. So those two are kind of also part of our core group. So we brought them in super early.
Right.
But everybody else
Yeah.
just kind of recently picked up.
Mhm.
Video, photo guys, social media, a couple sales guys.
Yep.
Kind of a logistics studio assistant.
Yep.
That's who we have, yeah.
We're just trying to pick up people that specialize in a certain division of the company.
Okay.
That where Kyle and I can kind of lead and drive the overall mission of our company and finding these big ticket clients. But we have, like Clint is really dialing our website in and our marketing strategy. Curtis is building partnerships, shaking hands every day. So, and it really gives Kyle and I the opportunity to grow
Right.
this company where we want to see it.
Yeah, focus on the business development and the photo and video, so
Yep.
we can really oversee that to make sure it's
Yeah.
where we want it.
Yep.
What are you guys' positions or roles within the company, each of you?
CEO and COO. So
President, COO.
President, CEO. That's true. President. That's right. You always throw that one out there. Yeah,
That
we're
is
just
right.
co-founders. We try
Yeah,
not to build too much
yep.
of a hierarchy.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's very everything's very level with me and him.
Yeah.
So who does the
everything's-
hiring?
It's
both
between
of
both
us,
of us.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
We like to both be in. When we bring people on, we really look for the culture aspect of it.
Yeah.
We can teach people skills,
Right.
but if they don't have that teamwork flow that we're looking for, we're
Mhm.
just not gonna hire. So Kyle and I are on both.
And I hear that from
Yep.
time and time again.
Mhm.
It's, so often we can teach people whatever it is we're
Right.
doing. Generally, they have some skill set, but you can
Mhm.
generally kind of teach them the way we do it and how we, et cetera. But it's the culture fit that's so important.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you had people that aren't with you anymore because it wasn't a culture fit? Have you experienced that
Yes.
side
Yep.
too? Yeah. So
Yeah,
you know
a
how
couple.
important.
We've seen
People, yeah.
we've seen both sides. The hiring and firing is definitely a good real world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
spot.
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let him deal with the firing.
Great.
Lucky you. All right, we're going to take a break here. We're talking today with Eli and Kyle of Results Imagery, resultsimagery.com if you want to find more information. Listen Beyond the Numbers. We'll be right back.
Are you gonna go to the U.S. Open? Did you see it's at Pebble Beach?
I know. I thought about it.
My dad and I are we're trying to find a place to stay down there.
Is it already? Have you looked, or are you looking?
We're in the early stages of looking, and we looked around, and hotels are going for like a Motel 6 is like $300 a night.
Isn't that just insane?
It's crazy. So, and then, I mean, the price of tickets alone are expensive too. But
How much are the tickets?
there's like a lottery you have to do. So you have to like lottery in, and then if you get in the lottery, then you can buy them. So we don't really quite know yet. But in 2010, my dad took me for a full week for my high school graduation. So we went for every practice round, every round till Sunday. So
Awesome.
I got a good buddy that I played high school golf with. He just made the tour, and he's been top 10. He won his first tour event.
Oh, awesome.
He's from Sacramento.
Okay, who's that?
Cameron Champ.
Oh yeah, for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was in
So
contention
will he
last.
be able to get you any kind of?
So I'm kind of hoping. I'm gonna kind of like finagle, see if I can get in like some sweets or something.
You and like 2,000 other people.
I know.
sure.
I know him. I know exactly.
Yeah.
Now he goes pro, but he's like, oh, he's my best friend.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so we're looking around. But it's you know, an experience that if you haven't been to an open yet,
Be awesome.
Gotta
Yeah,
go.
Not that was cool.
gotta go. You wanna go?
Can we go?
I'd love to, yeah. Thanks for inviting me. It's news to me.
Or just early.
No,
So,
you just told me
so
much about it.
Cameron is. Does it go with Cameron or Cam?
They're saying Cam on the TV, but Cameron.
So if Cameron continues being successful, then presumably he's going to be.
In the open.
He'll be. I want to say pushing product.
He'll be like a sponsored
Yeah,
athlete.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Get in there with like that would be really cool.
Right.
That's a really cool idea. I like that idea.
Yeah, yeah.
He's already getting backed by like Ping,
Exactly,
Nikes
sure.
behind him. Like
So
the
you
kids-
guys can be out
the
there
kids- yeah.
taking pictures when he or
If we
video filming him when he's hitting on.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
in the
If
driving
we
range.
lock in Ping, yeah, that would be.
That'd be a nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Nice kid.
Exactly. Exactly. But
It'd be cool.
yeah. So otherwise, yeah.
No, that would be nice. So you guys, are you married?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Married with kid.
Nice. How old?
3.
Oh,
Just turned 3.
boy or girl?
Boy.
Nice.
Charlie.
Charlie. That's a good
Yeah,
name.
he's my boy.
Yep.
Little mini me.
And are you guys talking kids yet? I mean, just
Of course he
married,
is.
but-
Couple
Yeah,
couple
no,
years out.
it'll
Okay.
be sooner than that, we all know.
Yeah, pushing me over here.
It's like a couple years a year ago, so.
Couple of years probably. We want to do some traveling together.
They all say.
Enjoy the
All of a
time.
sudden, Lucy Tess says you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, get the hiking while you can.
Yeah,
You can
right.
You can have the kid. You can have the kids.
Wow.
So.
Yeah. So your family's all doing good? Kids are doing
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
Awesome.
Yep,
What is
our
your
oldest-
daughter doing?
Our oldest is she's a nurse in Salinas
Okay.
Valley Hospital, I think. So she's,
Oh, cool.
Works with labor and delivery stuff.
Cool.
So.
Remind me of her name again?
Krista.
Yeah, I had class with her.
Yeah. So she's getting married next year.
Good for her.
She met her fiance now up at Chico.
Oh,
Well, he's played soccer up there.
cool.
Oh, cool.
So Chris, so that she and Chris are doing that, and then our middle daughter's a sophomore at San Diego State.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
in the sorority and just loving
Good.
college life to
Nice.
the fullest.
Yeah, right.
And then our youngest is a senior at Rock Mountain, so, and cross country. So
Nice.
a runner.
Good.
And we're back. You're listening to Beyond the Numbers on 11055. This is Mark Bellows, your host of this weekly business talk show, Beyond the Numbers. And I'm a tax principal, CPA with Clifton Larson Allen. And we've got an office in Roseville. I work with manufacturers and distributors, real estate investors and developers, and contractors, the businesses, their owners, doing tax planning, tax strategy, that sort of thing. It's a year like this is a good year to do year-end planning because of tax law changes. Excuse me. So we've been talking to a lot of our clients about that, trying to make sure they're taking advantage of everything they can and plan appropriately. And right now it's early November, so we've got about 6-7 weeks we can do some stuff before year end. So it's a good time to meet with your CPA, and if you're not meeting with your CPA, you should be. And you can always give me a call at 906-784-7800. And today we've got 2 guests here on the show, Eli Libby and Kyle Nelson with Results Imagery. Results Imagery is an e-commerce media solutions provider. You can see their website at resultsimagery.com. And so we've been just kind of talking, catching up a little bit on what you guys do. And Results Imagery is a fairly new company, a few months old. But you guys have been doing what you're doing for a while now, just have it in new form, if you will.
Exactly.
And so maybe give us a little bit about your backgrounds. Start with you, Kyle. Where are you from?
Yeah. Went to high school in Middletown, small town, Lake County, Middletown Mustangs. Then went to Chico State, got my degree in entrepreneurship, and while at Chico State, I started a staffing agency specializing in nurses. So recently stepped out of that, but I've been doing that on the side for a very long time.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, provided
And
a
the
very
company's
good
still-
income. Yeah, it's still going.
Great.
So that did really well. That's where I learned a lot of my business, like firsthand experience.
Did you start that from scratch?
Yeah, I had a little investment, and then we just
How
kind
did
of
you
went
get
from
there? How did you get that specific specialty?
My mother-in-law's a nurse, and she started doing like staffing in terms of being staffed from companies. And she said, "Man, if you're really trying to start a business, you should look at this." And I looked at it, and I saw the numbers, and my eyes went,
I should,
"Whoa,
yes."
I should!" And so I did, and then it worked out really well. And it just recently hit $1 million in full revenue, so that was really cool. That was my claim to fame of building $1 million company.
Nice.
So that was really exciting.
How long were you involved in it?
6 years.
That's great.
7 years? I don't. Yeah,
It's still-
it's lost time, but it's
Yeah.
been a while.
It's
yeah.
still in existence.
It's still in existence. Slowly dissolving it, just because everyone's going their own route now. And,
Right.
and doing that.
So you started that from scratch.
from scratch, yeah, called
So you-
HPA staffing.
You learned a lot about.
Learned a lot.
Running the business,
running
hiring
business,
people,
hiring people you like and don't like, and just growth, just general growth on how to work with capital and how to grow correctly. You know, what I mean, in terms of revenue and money going out and all that stuff.
Did you have
HR,
investors?
Yeah, we had one investor to get us started. So a little bit of money to get us going, just
Right.
to kind of cover expenses and get our first staffed individual there going. And so during that, it provided me, it was very passive income for a while. And so I was able to get into photography, work on Soul ID. And then from Soul ID, kind of after that, I started doing kind of like the local full service photographer. So I opened a small photography studio in the Chico area, got really plugged in with commercial work. So I learned a lot. I had a mentor named Bob Ryder, kind of taught me a lot about commercial work.
And commercial work meaning?
Working with businesses,
Right,
doing
okay.
product photography, headshots, all that type of stuff. So I worked with big brands like Starbucks, Third Love, just really big companies, and that was really cool getting that experience.
So headshots, because we had, CLA had someone come in a couple years ago,
Yep.
and I'm always pointing there, but
Yeah.
I don't have my
Is
name
it-
there. It's me, CLA, but CLA, we had someone come in a couple years ago and spent like 2 days in there, and they
Mhm.
took pictures of everybody in their suit. And then
That's
whatever.
me.
So, okay,
Yep,
so-
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
So I go in and do that. Had my photo. So what was cool about the photo studio is we utilized that for the early stages of Results Imagery. So as we had a few clients, we would just use that studio to get going. So I got to do that. That was really cool. And then through the business experience and the photography experience, I was like, I'm doing this photography thing, but I know I'm not going to be able to grow it to something that I'd like to see, because I like growing companies
Mhm.
as well, like the business development, and I want to do my passion, which is media. So e-commerce hit. It's like, okay, e-commerce, I can grow it like that. He had the e-commerce background. He was good at photography. We're really good friends. Really worked synergistically together.
Right.
So approached him, and it's created this really cool business. So yeah, just entrepreneurship, serial entrepreneur, doing all these businesses. I also have a photo booth rental company.
Okay.
That's another thing I do.
So a degree in entrepreneurship. So what all, I mean, is that just general, not general, but is it-
Jack of
is
all
that-
trades.
Okay, so it's
Yep.
lots of business classes.
Yes.
It's in the business
Everything
school.
from business law to accounting, finance, marketing, everything. So that's a really cool foundation.
Okay.
Because typically, as you grow a company, you hire those key skills. So
Sure.
as long as you have a good basis and idea of everything, and you kind of know how to work with a good flow and understand when your CFO's talking to you or your marketing guy's talking to you, you kind of know what they're saying.
Right.
Rather than someone that just specifically did marketing, they might not know a thing about finance and it's confusing to them, or
Right.
law, business law.
Sure.
So, and HR was another section. So yeah, it was a really, really cool program at Chico State. They have one of the highest accreditations you can get. It's just a killer business college. So
Great.
yeah, just business.
Yeah,
That's what I love. So I could never be an employee. It would be bad news.
Well, as entrepreneurs, do what they can. I mean,
No,
that's-
it's too
yeah, well,
bad.
yeah, they're
I
too
would-
much of wanting to get
Mhm.
things going and start their own and not want to follow.
Hard
someone
enough to
else's.
handle on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
How about you, Eli?
So I was actually born in Wyoming, and then we moved to Salt Lake, and yeah,
I didn't know that.
only a couple weeks, so that wasn't it.
Couple weeks.
Wyoming, moved to Salt Lake, and we were right at kind of the base of like the Park City area. So I grew up really embedded in the outdoors and on the mountain all the time with my dad and family. Then we moved to Rockland, and I spent most of my childhood in Rockland, in the Sacramento area. Went to Chico State in 2013, graduated in 2015 with a marketing degree. I got connected with a really cool business fraternity, Delta Sigma Pi, out of Chico. And that's actually where I met Ben, who's the founder of Soul ID, and that's kind of how my whole, I kind of call it the gateway drug into entrepreneurship. And that really led me into loving this burning passion inside of me to work for myself, do my own thing, and really follow a passion that I had, which ended up being, it has always been from my childhood, action and adventure sports, and then it pivoted into this media and combining both of those, and that's where Soul ID really played. Worked on Soul ID for a while, and while I was working on Soul ID, I got connected with the former founder of Build.com, which is a huge home improvement online retailer. And he and the COO at the time really took me under their wing, and we created a company called Market Fleet, which is where I created that direct-to-consumer brand called Winterial. And Market Fleet was this umbrella company, and it had all these different lines, these different product lines and brands that we created in-house. And I owe everything to Market Fleet and the guidance that I had from Chris Friedland and Ryan Brewer, the CEO and COO of Build. And they really, really gave me everything that I have today in terms of the business knowledge. But my e-commerce background really came from that. So I learned why people buy online, how they buy online, everything from the back end of a website all the way to the front end, logistics, sourcing in China. I did 2.5 weeks. I was lucky enough to do 2.5 weeks in China in the factories, seeing how my product was designed and really working through the process from point A being sourcing and creating the product overseas all the way to bringing it to market and selling it online. So I was super fortunate, really lucky I had that opportunity. And then I knew that I needed to combine my experience in e-commerce, because I do like e-commerce a ton, but then with media, and again, doing it with my best friend. So just really lucky everything worked out and is working out how it is.
Yeah.
And I really, really try to stick to every day waking up and loving every second of what I do. If I go home and I'm not excited to kind of put that jersey on Sunday night and get in the office on Monday, I know I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
In the last 3 months, I've been so excited for Monday morning and not really happy on Friday afternoon, because you're kind of like leaving what you love.
Right.
And if you have that, you're never going to work.
You can always trade over the weekend.
I could, and we do.
I know, I'm just kidding. I'm sure you guys do.
Yeah.
So I met you guys, I think, I don't remember how many of you were there, but it was one of these entrepreneur events up at Chico.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I think maybe one
Networking event.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a networking event up there.
Is that what it was?
Back,
Okay.
yeah, that was like 4 years.
Yeah, it's a few years ago.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember I met Payam
Mhm.
with I'm drawing a blank on his soda company. Oh, and I had him on the show a few times.
Okay. Okay.
She's sorry, Pie. I've forgotten. Anyway, but I think I met you guys, and so that's. Do you know you did some of that then with Soul ID? Are you still doing things like that
Tons of networking stuff.
with results in Germany? Or is it a different kind, or is it the same?
We're going to more
Similar.
like e-commerce things.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
we try finding networking events. We just did 1 million cups here in Sacramento last week.
Yeah.
Before. So that was cool. It was I'm like pointing to downtown.
Yeah.
I don't. It was like 28th floor, impact venture capitalists.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've heard of that. Okay.
yeah, the meetings are there. Or not meetings, but I guess it's a meeting. You know what 1 million cups is?
Yeah.
Kaufman Foundation. Yeah.
Well, I've heard of it a little bit. Tell me a little bit
So what
about
they
it
do is the whole basis is having 1 million cups of coffee. So they have.
That's what I average a year.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Perfect.
I think
Okay.
they have 200 chapters around the U.S.
Okay.
And so it's just like-minded individuals, business owners coming together, entrepreneurs, and talking about doing a pitch. So you do your 6-minute pitch in front of everybody, and then they ask you about your business. How can the community connect to you? In Sacramento's is that Impact Venture Capital.
Okay, we're gonna take a break. When we get back, we'll continue the conversation because I want to hear if you guys did your 6-minute pitch
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Looks
All
good.
right, we'll be right back. Listen to Beyond the Numbers.
have another sip of water.
Absolutely.
We have time?
Oh, we got time.
Water's up.
Dude, switch right.
Mark, you want anything with water or anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you. And we're back. You're listening to Beyond the Numbers. I'm only 1055. Mark Bellows here, your host of this weekly business talk show. And I'm a tax CPA principal with Clifton Larson Allen, office in Roseville, and you can get a hold of me at 916-784-7800 or mark.bellows@claconnect.com. And we're talking today with Eli and Kyle of resultsimagery.com, and I remembered it was Silk Road Soda. Silk Road Soda.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pi's a great guy. He's been on the show a few times, I guessed a few times, and his company's doing well. And I had Tom Romeo on a few weeks ago with Bear Paw Shoes. So if you guys have heard of them.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, Bear Paw. They're based out of Citrus Heights.
Oh,
But they
nice.
sell worldwide.
Quite
Yeah,
nice.
they're big shoe type company. But anyway, they source a lot of stuff in China. In fact, they have a factory in China. So.
And they're here.
Here in Citrus
And
Heights.
they need product photography and video.
I know they need a lot of it.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course they
Always
do.
got a network, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So, yeah, so you guys met years ago and have been working together off and on, not off and on, maybe on, but in different forms for a while. And now you're with Results Imagery. So
Yeah.
what has been the most challenging of the pictures or videos that you've had to make thus far?
Reflective stuff.
Yeah.
It's like reflecting off water or is that what you mean? Or with some reflecting back? What do you
More
mean
like
by reflecting?
bottles, like glass bottles or like
Okay.
stainless
In
steel
studio,
bottles.
yeah.
In studio stuff is really hard to not get these ugly glares of like the light panels on it. Or shadows. Yeah, that's definitely been the.
We cringe when we get those orders, but
Yeah.
the best part about photography is the more you do it, the better you get.
Of course.
So we love the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Those are difficult.
Those are
Like
difficult
every job,
challenges.
you'll have
Yeah.
something difficult. So.
But in terms of like the overall challenge with the business is, or where we've kind of hit some roadblocks is conveying that, like Kyle said, it's the product is their baby, and if you don't convey it in the right light that they want, they will kind of push back and say that's not what I had envisioned this photo being like. So trying to convey their vision into the product photo has been a little bit of a challenge.
Especially because I would imagine that you run into people sometimes who are not real clear
Mhm.
about what their vision is.
Exactly.
We want
Definitely.
with
make it look good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is that?
especially with his background in e-commerce and mine, like a lot in media, we do have a really good eye, and we do know what's right for your product. But a lot of I wouldn't say a lot. Rarely, when people come back to us and they're not happy with the vision that we produced, we try to say this is the reason. It's not because people don't say no to some of our shoots because it's not the good quality or it's not what. It's always like we wanted something different in terms of vision. So, and then we try explaining to them and educating them. This is why we created this.
Right.
9 out of 10 times it works.
Yeah.
Other times we just say, hey, money back guarantee.
Yeah.
Let's just agree to disagree and call it good. So.
Yep.
And how do you find the models that you use for various shoots?
Yeah, I would say that's another.
Yep.
It's a stepping stone we're trying to get because we need a network and options of models.
Mhm.
And in Chico, it's difficult. Sacramento, we could have in the price of models. Good models are going to cost at least $100 an hour. So, being able to tell our clients, hey, okay, so we upcharge you for models, and it costs this much. A lot of times they're like, oh, that's expensive, and we're like, the money just goes to the models. We're not pocketing money on models at all.
Yeah.
So, But we just friends
Friends.
of friends and friends
Yeah.
of other friends.
My wife's
and
been doing a lot of it.
yeah, just stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we pull it off.
Yeah.
We find good models and
We
good people
find-
that are
Exactly.
make your product look good.
Yeah.
Use Eli sometimes.
I make the product really good.
Well, from a business point of view, what's
Yeah.
been the biggest challenge you guys have faced in terms of getting it started and running the business?
I think right now we're living it. We're at this point where we know there's a faucet we can turn on through our advertising that we could have probably all the work we'd ever want.
Mhm.
But we know that we can't do that yet because we can't do that capacity. We don't have the bandwidth. So we're really trying to figure out
And what's limiting you with the bandwidth? Is it equipment,
money.
people,
We
money?
need
Okay.
a payroll. And finding people on that payroll that can produce the quality we're looking for. And still being able to profit. So
Sure.
growth, it's a good thing because we're doing well, but we want to take it to the next level, but we're just being slow about it because
Yep.
we want to make sure we're doing it right and we don't go sink under.
Mhm.
So
So
Yeah.
money. So if you had more capital,
Mhm.
100%.
you could do
Yeah.
more. So does that
Yeah.
kind of lead to you guys going to do the Million Cups?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
Kind
definitely
of.
part of it. I mean, really any networking,
It's a good
who
experience.
knows, like,
exposure.
yeah, exposure, who knows who, and they can get us connected. But yeah, definitely all of our networking pitches that we do are all, at the underlying side of it is really looking for maybe an investor out there. We don't really
We don't need it, but
an investment.
it would really
It would really
help.
help. So we're in this like success problem that we have right now, just in terms of how fast we're growing.
Mhm.
So scaling the company correctly is really the little bit of a bottleneck that we're experiencing right now.
Right.
Getting to where we want faster is what capital would do, and it would
Exactly.
allow us to get a lot more exposure,
Mhm.
obviously. So, like Shop Talk, $5,000 for the startup zone. It's
Yeah.
a 3 foot by 2 foot section.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would love to say the $50,000 sponsorship, and that would just,
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
anyways,
Well, I mean, that little space at Shop Talk. I mean, how can you really? I mean, you put a video monitor and some
It's what it
some
is,
monitors.
yeah.
and
It's
that's all you can do.
Table,
right?
chairs, and a little
and there's a TV
video
they give
monitor.
you.
Yeah.
But what's cool is also it comes with a roundtable discussion led by us about our service.
Okay.
Okay. All the retailers walk away with information on
Mhm.
results imagery.
Mhm.
So it is a good deal. But
Yep.
things like that.
Things like
Doing
that.
the next level of sponsorship.
Yep, exactly. And
Put more money into advertising. Hire more people. Normal growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it like doing the Million Cups last week?
Awesome. We did. There was
Or
a
2 weeks
chapter,
ago.
chapter in Chico as well. So we did that one, and then we got plugged in with the Sacramento chapter, and it was awesome
It's really
experience.
cool.
So you did a 6-minute pitch. Is that
6
right?
minute,
Yeah.
yep,
Okay.
6 minute pitch, and then 15 minutes of Q&A.
The feedback was really good, especially in Sacramento.
Yeah,
And some really
Different
good-
than Chico.
Very different.
Yeah,
Very
sure.
different,
Different
yeah.
people. So
Yeah.
different people, different walks of life. It was awesome. We got really good exposure, but at the same time, really kind of made Colin and I think about different angles of the business that maybe we didn't think about before. And looking ahead, future-proofing the business, like 360 cameras and stuff like that, AI, stuff like future-proofing down the road, stuff that kind of opened our mind to a whole new level of
Especially
what the
AI.
business might be. So that was really, really entertaining for us.
So what about AI? How would
What was that guy saying?
It was about like data and tracking
Oh,
like
that's
the
what it was.
data of like a testimonial
okay?
of a client. So tracking like they're doing X amount more in sales because of your imagery, and being able to just track the data better.
Yeah. He was pretty much saying a testimony isn't good enough these days. You
Mhm.
need the data behind it, and AI can find it
Okay.
somehow. I don't know.
He was on a different level. Than
Smart
we-
guy, yeah.
Yeah, he was really good questions though. But it made Colin and I really think about.
Kind of think about that. Like, okay, yeah, everyone has reviews and testimonies.
Yeah, but that's a valid point. If you can demonstrate that
Really prove it.
if you can really prove that what you've done has increased sales by some number or percentage, and that's
Huge.
huge. It's huge.
It's a huge part that's a whole other element of the business
hard
that
to
we need to crank up.
Figure out how to do that.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know, so if
That's
anyone
a
out
good
there knows
challenge.
AI and wants a good challenge, let us know. 'Cause
Yes.
We have no
Some
clue.
programmer out there
Yeah.
looking for a little side
Exactly.
It's a
gig.
little side gig to try to
Yeah.
figure out how to prove the data. That would be really
Yep.
cool.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah, it was a really cool experience, and we're always looking to do other 1 million cups. We applied for the one in San Francisco, which would be very,
Of course, sure.
very probably
Mhm.
challenging because
Yeah.
they have real investors and real big companies in there, like challenging you with questions.
Yeah.
So that would be really cool.
It'd be a
Mhm.
great experience for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we love to pitch the business. It's a
Love it.
passion. We really vibe well off each other up there giving the pitch. So
So you
We're
have
always
to
looking for more.
you have to apply for it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But how many applications and how many slots do you know?
San Francisco, I imagine a lot do.
Mhm.
Sacramento and Chico, you just say, I want to do it, but there's still an application.
Sure.
Sacramento, I think, there's a waiting list,
Yeah.
and we finally got there.
How often do they have the meetings?
Every Wednesday morning.
Oh, okay. So it's a
right,
weekly.
Yep, every Wednesday morning there's a business that's always in that slot to pitch. Yeah. So
It was really cool.
it was really
The Sacramento group was very cool, very welcoming.
Sacramento is a great startup community as well. I know the Hive, you mentioned that.
Yeah, oh
earlier.
yeah.
We were there for a networking event a couple months back, Curtis and I, and just an amazing group of people in Sacramento, really revolving around entrepreneurship and the startup.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Brandon's been on the show a few times, and
Yeah.
he's got he and his wife, actually Molly, is a big part of it as well. But they've got this really good vision about having this space for people, and really kind of fosters a lot of
cool.
exchange of ideas, and so.
Yeah.
Is it a co-working space? I don't know.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yep. Yeah, they've got a couple different spots now. So.
Yeah, there's one in Elk Grove that we're speaking at in
Called Imagery.
Okay.
December. We're speaking
December.
about one.
Nice.
About our service and how we can help people with e-commerce.
Yeah, that'll be it.
We're always looking for ways to get our voice out there.
More exposure.
Well, good. Again, we're talking today with Eli and Kyle, Results Imagery. The website is resultsimagery.com. You can get a hold of them on the phone if you are so inclined, 877-658-4537. You can also email them, contact@resultsimagery.com. Easy for me to say. What's your Instagram? Is it
Results Imagery.
Okay.
Results Imagery.
Twitter was at Results Imagery. So
Yep.
Facebook
Results
page.
Imagery.
Results Imagery. Any other social media that we should know about?
LinkedIn, yeah, Results Imagery on there.
Okay.
Our personal Instagram pages, Kyle Nelson Biz and Eli Libby Biz. Check those
Okay.
out.
Okay. What about Snapchat? Is that?
No.
No, we're not on there as much. Those are the core.
Okay.
What we really, and that's really where our audience is as well.
Right.
Targeting those.
Okay. Great. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Mark. Appreciate
Good
it.
luck. Congratulations on your success thus far.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We'll have you back on probably sometime soon to kind
Yeah,
of update
that'd
us
be
on
cool.
where you're at.
We lock
All
it
right,
in.
everyone. Thanks for listening. We'll
All
talk
right.
to you next week. Take care.
Well, thanks, Mark.
Yeah. Thank you.
Man.